Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to teach you args and kwargs. So args stands for arguments and it is used to pass a variable number of non-keyword arguments to a function. It allows us to pass any number of arguments to a function without explicitly specifying them in the function definition. Kwarg stands for keyword argument and it is used to pass a variable number of named argument to a function. It allows you to pass key value pairs to argument without knowing the specific name of the argument in advance. Now let's see them in action. We'll start off by creating a normal function where the number of our parameters you can pass are limited. Now, what if I will call this function and pass in 3 parameters? As you can see, I got the output without any problem, but now if I will try to pass in more parameters, it won't accept them. Some number, which is our function, takes in 3 positional argument, but 4 were given. Let's see how to make the same function but with arbitrary arguments using args. Oh my god. Now let me explain what is happening here. So the star args allows you to pass in any number of arguments to a function. These arguments are packed into tuple and you can iterate over them using loop or perform other operations on them. So let me call the function now. As you can see, the function accepted my arguments because I used star args as my parameter in the function, which allows you to pass in any arbitrary number of arguments to a function during a call. Now let's discuss what are kwargs. So kwargs are similar to args except they accept an arbitrary number of keyword arguments. Let's see them in action. Let's see an example of it. So to start off, I will create a normal function which will basically print the value which I will pass as an argument during the call. Notice I'm using string literal formatting here. Now let's see what will happen when I will call this function. Now here, as you might have guessed, I cannot pass any arguments further. Like if I will pass in another argument, it will give me some error. Greet function takes 2 positional arguments, but 3 were given. Now let's create a function with kwargs. Now let me explain what is happening here. So the parameters for the function is kwargs, which stands for keyword argument, meaning I can pass in any arbitrary number of keyword arguments. So if I will call this function with many arguments, with many keyword arguments, it will accept them. Now the result is perfectly normal, but if I will pass in another argument, see what will happen. As you can see, I got no error because the function has accepted my arguments, but it hasn't used them anywhere in the code because I haven't defined where to use the arguments, which I will pass later. Now that's it for this video. If you have any doubts or question, you can always go to the comment section and ask them there.